Day's spoilers now might experience a profound change of heart, ultimately delivering painful news to Tate Black about their shared future, or lack thereof. Throughout recent episodes, viewers have watched as Tate Black has stood firmly by Sophia Choi's side, especially during her challenging pregnancy. Tate's steadfast loyalty and compassion have not gone unnoticed, fostering a growing connection between the two. Initially committed to placing the baby up for adoption, Sophia has found herself emotionally torn as motherhood approaches, feeling a stronger than anticipated bond with her unborn child. Her hesitations and newfound maternal instincts could lead her toward a significant decision that would change many lives around her. As Sophia struggles internally, Tate, moved by compassion and empathy, is likely to find himself equally conflicted. His strong connection with Sophia grows deeper each day, especially given their shared circumstances. Day's spoilers hint that Tate might make an unexpected, life-altering decision, to raise the baby alongside Sophia rather than pursue the adoption route they had initially planned. This would mark a significant shift, altering the course of several intertwined lives, including his complicated relationship with Holly Jonas. Holly Jonas, meanwhile, finds herself in her own relationship dilemma. Her romantic involvement with Doug Williams III has already caused considerable strain in her friendship and past relationship with Tate. Tate's distrust of Doug has led to jealousy and tension, further complicating the delicate emotional balance among these young hearts. Holly, sensing Tate's growing attachment to Sophia, struggles internally as she reflects on what this means for her future. Days of Our Lives viewers know that Tate and Holly share a deep history and an undeniable bond. But as Tate becomes increasingly protective and involved with Sophia, Holly starts to question the viability of their relationship. The deeper Tate gets involved with Sophia and the baby, the more evident it becomes to Holly that their paths might be diverging irreversibly. It appears that a powerful emotional confrontation is inevitable. When Tate finally announces his decision to stay by Sophia's side permanently and help raise the child, Holly will have no choice but to reevaluate their relationship. Spoilers suggest a heart-wrenching moment is coming, a decisive conversation where Holly might gently yet firmly tell Tate, "You should be with Sophia." These 5 simple yet deeply painful words would hold tremendous meaning, signifying Holly's acceptance of an inevitable reality. Holly's realization comes from a place of maturity and clarity. She recognizes that love sometimes requires letting go. Understanding that Tate's commitment to Sophia and their unborn child creates a permanent bond, Holly makes the difficult but necessary decision to step aside gracefully. Holly might emphasize to Tate that their relationship is already complicated enough without adding the enormous responsibility and emotional commitment of raising Sophia's child. She sees the undeniable connection between Tate and Sophia and, with a heavy heart, acknowledges that Tate belongs with Sophia to provide the stability and support the baby will need. Days of Our Lives spoilers further hint that Holly will make a bittersweet farewell to Tate, concluding that their romance, despite its depth and history, simply isn't meant to last under these trying circumstances. Her mature and poignant farewell will be driven by genuine love, putting Tate's happiness and the child's well-being above her own heartache. Yet, the emotional ripple effect of Holly's decision could spark unforeseen consequences. Tate, initially shocked and saddened by Holly's words, might wrestle with feelings of regret or doubt, even while knowing deep down that Holly is making the right choice. Meanwhile, Sophia could be touched yet worried about the heavy toll her complicated situation has taken on others, especially Holly, whom she sees as innocent in this tangled web of emotions. Moreover, Doug Williams III might sense Holly's unresolved feelings, potentially leading to further tension between him and Tate. This newfound clarity about Tate's feelings could challenge Doug to fight harder for Holly's heart, determined to prove himself worthy of her affections. Next, Days of Our Lives spoilers, a deep dive into EJ's revenge plot and the danger facing Philip. There is never a dull moment in Salem, especially when old grudges resurface and powerful families clash. In recent days, tensions have reached a boiling point. One major figure at the heart of the drama is E.J. DiMera, who has proven time and again that he will go to great lengths to punish those he believes have wronged him or his loved ones. At the same time, a long-held secret about Philip could be unearthed, and the potential fallout could spell disaster. For anyone who loves classic soap intrigue, these events promise plenty of twists and turns, and may result in the kind of heartbreak and betrayal that only Salem can provide. EJ's anger and motivation. EJ DiMera is not someone who forgives easily. His recent clash with Kate Roberts set off a chain reaction that could have significant consequences for many people in town. It all began when EJ learned that Roman Brady and Kate had shared a sensitive piece of information with Johnny DiMera regarding his traumatic beginnings. EJ feels strongly that Johnny, who is already overwhelmed with guilt and confusion, did not need to learn the entire truth so abruptly. EJ believes it unfair to burden Johnny with such a dark piece of family history, especially at a time when he should be focusing on building his own life in Salem. When Kate tried to defend herself, it only enraged EJ further. He accused her of meddling in his family's business and vowed that she would pay for overstepping boundaries. As a DiMera, EJ is well-connected and not afraid to take bold action. Making matters worse, he took the threat a step further by setting his sights on one of Kate's most beloved relatives, Philip. By doing so, EJ struck directly at Kate's heart, knowing full well how protective she is of her children. His choice to target Philip is no random decision. EJ is aware that Philip may be harboring a secret that could shatter his reputation and even land him in serious legal trouble. Philip's troubling past and the letter. While Philip might appear charming and polished on the surface, longtime viewers will recall that he has a history riddled with questionable decisions. A few years ago, he framed Brady Black for murder in a misguided attempt to win over Chloe Lane. That was only one of many misdeeds that have come back to haunt him. Now, Philip is entangled in a newer complication involving a forged letter, a letter that was orchestrated by none other than Vivian, who has created her fair share of chaos over the years. Philip's secret is so significant that he has good reason to worry someone like EJ would use it against him. After all, Vivian's letter could be considered more than just a forgery. It carries implications that might even draw the attention of the authorities. A scandal of that magnitude would be disastrous, not only for Philip's personal life but also for his family's already shaky standing in Salem. Kate's anxiety and fears. Kate Roberts is not easily intimidated, but the threat against Philip has her anxious. She's perfectly aware that EJ possesses both the resources and the ruthlessness to dig up the information that could destroy Philip's life. As a mother, Kate has stepped into dangerous territory before to protect her children, lying, manipulating, and even forming uneasy alliances when it suited her. But now, she may have met her match. EJ's relentless drive to make Kate pay for betraying his son could push him to tear apart her entire family, piece by piece. Kate knows that EJ doesn't operate with a typical moral compass. He will exploit every bit of leverage and every secret he can find. And if he manages to uncover incriminating evidence about that forged letter, or about any other skeletons in Philip's closet, Kate and Philip will be in an impossible position. Vivian's involvement. Vivian is the architect of the forged letter that has Philip so nervous. Though she might not have intended for this letter to become a prime weapon in a DiMera revenge plot, her actions have inevitably provided EJ with a potent tool if he finds out about it. Despite her twisted affection for Philip, Vivian is known for bragging and for dropping hints when she shouldn't. There's a real possibility that during her time behind bars, she may have allowed some scraps of information to slip out. EJ, ever resourceful, could make use of his vast DiMera network and connections within the criminal justice system to track down Vivian's prison contacts. All it would take is the slightest whisper, a trace of rumor, and EJ would know precisely where to dig for the evidence needed to expose Philip. If that happens, Vivian's plan to help Philip maintain the upper hand will backfire spectacularly, giving EJ the perfect opening for a grand act of revenge. Potential sources of truth. Several individuals in Salem are aware of the forged letter's existence: Sarah, Stephanie, Philip, Kate, and of course Vivian. Each of them has reasons for wanting the forgery to remain hidden, yet personal loyalties and shifting alliances can change quickly in this town. If EJ applies pressure to the right person, or if the secret of the letter becomes too difficult to keep under wraps, the truth could emerge in an explosive way. It's also important to remember that Xander has been on a quest of his own to uncover the truth about his brother's betrayal. In Salem, secrets have a way of crossing paths. If Xander's investigation lines up with EJ's vendetta, they could inadvertently assist one another, though purely by accident. Xander's determination to see justice done might dovetail with EJ's ruthless plan to bring down Philip. Should Xander discover a clue that helps EJ outmaneuver Philip, it would spell disaster for both Philip and Tate. What lies ahead for Salem? Salem is perched on the cusp of a major upheaval. EJ's anger burns hot, and he is a man on a mission. Tate, meanwhile, is in full maternal protection mode, ready to defend Philip from the threat that EJ poses. Philip stands between two formidable forces. On one side, he has his mother's willingness to do almost anything to save him, on the other, he faces EJ's cunning pursuit of revenge. Meanwhile, outside players like Vivian, Xander, and others could unintentionally fan the flames by revealing the wrong tidbit of information at exactly the wrong time. All of these factors make for a whirlwind of trouble that has only begun to build. With each new day, the secrets in Salem teeter closer to the surface, threatening to blow the lid off long-buried deceit. EJ's thirst for vengeance will not be satisfied easily, especially since he feels personally attacked by Kate's decision to involve his son in a painful piece of family history. With no sign that EJ is backing down, Tate and Philip have little choice but to scramble for a way out of the quicksand. Conclusion days of our lives. Fans know that every family in Salem has skeletons in their closets, but few have quite so many active, ticking time bombs as the DeMaras, the Kiriakises, and anyone caught in their orbits. EJ's quest to avenge what he sees as a betrayal of his son could wreak havoc on Philip's already precarious life. The threat of exposing Philip's secret and tying him to the forged letter looms large. Kate's panic is understandable, given EJ's track record of ruthless behavior, and Vivian's involvement only heightens the risk. The drama is building toward a climax, with EJ determined to make Kate regret ever letting her lips slip about Johnny's origins. As is so often the case in Salem, one piece of crucial information can change everything in an instant. Will EJ succeed in destroying Philip's reputation? Will Kate be able to outmaneuver EJ before he can expose the damning secret that might put her favorite child behind bars? And could Xander's separate quest for the truth about his brother end up playing into EJ's hands? One thing is certain, Salem is primed for an explosion, and every resident will feel the aftershocks once the truth finally erupts.